Hey guys, today I'll be showing you guys how to replace the battery on a Samsung Gear Fit 2. All the parts will be found in the description below, and all we will need is a flathead as well as just your standard cross. So to get started, we'll take our flathead and we will remove the bands. So to do that, we will just take this and go right here in between the gap of where the band connects. And you'll hear kind of like a click. As soon as we do that, we can just pull it right out. So there we go. We'll do the same thing on the other side right here. Alright, so next there's going to be 4 screws here. And so we would want to remove the covers for them. Alright, now we're going to take our cross. This is a 1.2 millimeter. And we are just going to unscrew these 4 screws here. Alright, so next step we will take and separate the back housing from the screen here. So what we'd want to do is go between the screen and the board. You can just go into the back right here and we'll pry up a little bit. So on one side here, we'll pry up on the other side, same way. You would want to be really delicate with this part to make sure your flathead doesn't go too far in and damage the board, and as well that you don't like bend the plastic or mess it up. Alright, once we get it to there, we can just slowly bring it back like so. Alright, and the unit turned on while we were doing that. That's no worries. So we got our back cover here. Set that aside. Now next, the battery is underneath this board. So we got 2 connections we'll have to disconnect. That will be the battery right here and the display right here. So we can take that, disconnect it. Alright, now we want to remove the board. Also want to be careful on this part. They're easier to damage as well. Some of them don't want to come out that easy. This one was pretty easy to pull out there. Set that aside. Now we have the battery here. So to get the battery out, we just go from the bottom here. Just pry up a little bit on both sides. There we go. So we can put that battery aside and we're gonna place it with a new battery. Here it is. So we'll take that, place that one back in. Now place the board. So we got the vibrator here, and that'll go right into that groove there. You also know which way to put it because of the connection points as well. Alright, you have to first seat it in properly. Don't want to just push it and go down. It could break something, so we want to just move these plastic pieces out a little bit and make sure it's sitting properly. Okay, now that the board is sitting in there, all we got to do is connect the connections back up again. Now we'll take our cover and we will place that back so you see all these pads here, and they'll align up with all those connections. That's how we know we're putting it back right. And it just clips in. Alright, and what we gotta do is just put the screws back in. Also, a note on the battery that I forgot to mention would be that the Gear Fit 2 battery and the Gear Fit 2 Pro battery are different. The design of the housing and the screen are different as well. Oftentimes people buy a Gear Fit 2 battery from us and they need it for their Gear Fit 2 Pro. And just the connections are physically different as well on the board and on the battery. So though you cannot interchange them as the connections are physically different. And the board design is also a little bit different. The way it fits into the housing, you won't be able to fit a GearFit 2 Pro board into a GearFit 2 housing or like screen. So that's also something you gotta watch out for. Alright, so now that we've got the screw covers back in place, and those are just held on by adhesives. Next we're going to put our bands on. So you'll take the smaller one, put it where this larger button goes. So that one will go on the top. And they just clip right in. This larger one will go at the bottom right here. Alright, and that's how you replace the battery on a GearFit 2. Thank you for watching.